YouTube, what's going on, guys? Patrick here. Hope guys are all having a fantastic day. Guys, Bitcoin made history today with the biggest hourly candle ever. Now I want to talk about how days like this red day all over the screen, you can see everything is down, why days like this make people the most money and actually turn people into millionaires. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that. Let's dive into Bitcoin and everything going on. Look at the candle that we have on the 1 hour time frame. This candle, if we take it from the bottom to the top, was a 12% candle, guys. A 12% candle. It went from the bottom of, let's see, 47,000, right? And at the top, it's 53,000. Guys, this is a massive, massive candle, and this made history. It is, I believe, the biggest candle on the hourly time frame that Bitcoin has ever seen. Can you imagine $6,000 to $7,000 in a movement in one 1 hour candle? It's crazy. Now, Bitcoin dropped, like I said, all the way down to 47,621 after actually looking pretty bullish up here. We were above the EMA ribbon on the 1 hour time frame. And just right now, obviously, we dropped below the EMA ribbon. We saw the flip come in bearish on the 1 hour time frame. We're going to be looking at the 4 hour and the daily in just a bit, because to me, this doesn't look like a panic moment at all. I want to say everybody during this was panicking. Thankfully or unthankfully, well, I was asleep. I was asleep while most of this was going on. So by the time I woke up, Bitcoin was around the same price as the last time I had seen it. So I really missed out on the opportunity here. But if you were awake, this candle caused way more fear than it caused excitement. And that's the problem, and that's the reason why most people are not going to become the millionaires, why most people are not even going to make money in this market. When Bitcoin's doing this, right? Bitcoin's looking good. It's trading in a channel. We're chilling. We're moving up. We break the channel. Oh, it's looking bullish. We were able to break the channel at 53. Bitcoin went all the way up to 58.5. This is insanely good profit. Things are looking fantastic. And then we have something like this happen. Everybody panics. Everybody's fearful. This is the time, right, that everybody talks about. I wish I could buy Bitcoin cheaper. I wish I got into Bitcoin, at 58K. I wish I got into Bitcoin at 50K. I wish I got into Bitcoin at 45K. Well, this is 46K. I didn't see many people buying into Bitcoin here. I saw a lot of people panicking, losing, selling. And then what happens when people sell here? Smart money is buying it up. The reason we have such a big wick is because people were ready to buy at these prices. And that's exactly what we saw happen. People bought it up. Bitcoin now is at 52,653. Doesn't mean that this is over whatsoever. It could still go down. All I'm saying is, if you want to be the next millionaire, if you want to be the first millionaire of your family, if you want to make money in this market and create life-changing wealth, you have to look at these things as opportunities, and you have to find the right entries to dollar cost average, buying on the dips, selling on the highs. That's the way to make money in any market, but Bitcoin and crypto specifically, where it moves so much, and we can see these crazy jumps from 58,000 down to 47,000 in a day, and then have it jump right back up to 52. Being able to do that, these moves just create an endless amount of opportunities that we can see happen over and over and over again. If you were to able to catch this move with a long position, let's say you were using a 5x leverage, and that's a 10% move, you can have made 50% in a couple of hours. So of course, the exchange I'm using is Bybit. There's a link down below to a Bybit tutorial video, as well as a link to Bybit, where if you sign up and deposit a certain amount, they will give you a bonus that is completely free for you to trade with. So free money, might as well take it. It's the exchange I'd say most of the successful traders are using when it comes to leverage exchanges. I would highly, highly recommend everybody learn to use it. Start with low leverage, but you have to learn to use these exchanges, because the opportunities they provide are so much more than the average spot exchange, right? So on the 1 hour, again, the RSI is very low. Of course, we saw this crazy thing happen. We went from the RSI being up here pretty good to the RSI being very, very low, down to the 20s. Obviously, that is no surprise when we have Bitcoin do that. Now, the 4 hour time frame is the really interesting one. The daily as well is going to confirm what I'm going to be saying here on the 4 hour. The 4 hour time frame, we saw this drop come in. Now, we had, of course, the big candle wick, bought right back up. We are currently at the strong support of the 4 hour time frame. If Bitcoin does break below this on the 4-hour time frame, we have a confirmed break, candle close, volume is there, confirmation that Bitcoin's actually going to be breaking below the 4-hour time frame. Then we watch to see a flip of the ribbon as well to where we turn bearish. That would be bearish for the short to mid-term. Obviously, Bitcoin would then start trading maybe a little down. We could start seeing, the likes of 45K again, retesting some of the levels that this wick had. That's if we break below on the 4-hour time frame. But as of right now, we are at that strong support. We came right back up, bought right back up to that strong support. So as of now, the 4-hour time frame still looks very, very bullish. And this is something I've been saying in a majority of the videos that we've had. As long as Bitcoin is above the EMA ribbon on the 4-hour and the daily time frame, we are still looking really good. So Bitcoin could come all the way down. I've said this in multiple videos on the way back, wherever this support was. Bitcoin could come down to $40,000 right over here. It could hit that, bounce off of it, continue up to $70,000, never turn bearish in the on the daily time frame, right? Never turn bearish. We also have this trend line on the RSI where we've bounced off of it so many times. We've had this bounce. It's sort of just a rough estimate so you can take a look at. We were peaking up here. We saw that same thing come in here, right? We were peaking, and now we had that sharp correction. Still room for the RSI to cool down before it sees another bounce, or if it does break below the trend line, obviously also a possibility. Not going to say likely, but it is a possibility we have to watch out for as well. But all Bitcoin did on the daily time frame was touch this top support. Still, like I said, could go down to 40K and it would still be bullish, but it touched the top support of the EMA ribbon. Something we've been saying we wanted to see Bitcoin do for quite a while, touch the EMA ribbon, because it hasn't ever since, back here on the 2nd of February. It just exploded above and it traded above the EMA ribbon. Quite a gap between the price and the EMA ribbon for quite a while. This, I think, did we think it was going to happen in 1-hour candle? No. If anybody tells you they predicted that, they either have insider knowledge, but 99.9% of the time, they're bullshitting. So really, all we could say is we expected at some point the EMA ribbon to be touched. So we had to have been ready for that EMA ribbon touch to happen. And that's exactly what we saw here. So I hope a majority of you guys didn't panic during this. I'm hoping you guys saw this as a fantastic opportunity to pick up Bitcoin. But if you didn't, there's obviously the next one. Bitcoin's gonna have crazy moves for probably many, many years to come. Maybe once everybody's in Bitcoin, maybe a little less. But for now, Bitcoin's still gonna have very crazy moves. And the sooner you identify these and the sooner you panic less and look at these as opportunities more, the sooner you're going to make a lot of money in this market. It really is as simple as that. Buy the dips, dollar cost average the dips. When you see something crazy like this happen, especially on a one-hour candle, right? If it happens on a one-hour candle, we can expect it's not going to be something that, the next 1-hour candle is not going to be the same thing. It's not going to drop 10% and then 10% and then 10 and just keep making bigger 1-hour candles. It's going to have to find some level of bounce back and stuff like that, because these rapid movements tend to trigger rapid reactions as well. Sooner we identify that, the sooner you guys can, again, make more money when it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto, and all that stuff. But Ethereum also, again, similar thing, had a very big drop. It went to a low of 1,500. On some exchanges, it actually went even lower, which is, it's pretty crazy. Some exchanges had some glitches and it said some really, really low prices for Ethereum, which you wouldn't have ever bought them at. It was a glitch in the system, so keep that in mind as well. But Ethereum, even if we were to draw up here, right, we had this upper trend line as well as the support that we had here. We saw Ethereum break through many key levels, which was very exciting, get up all the way to the over $2,000, which is something we have been talking about for a very, very long time. Then it broke below the support that it had here, right? Support bounce, it bounced again here. It even saw a little bit of a bounce here before just breaking straight through that support. And now the RSI is at the very low levels on the 1-hour. 4-hour, it actually did break below, so keep an eye out for the flip and how long Ethereum can stay below the 4-hour time frame EMA ribbon. But on the daily, if you're looking at things in the big picture, if you're looking at things to, buy the dip and stuff like that, not necessarily the short term, Ethereum came into the support, still has room, could be anywhere down to 1,444, 1,444. It could go all the way down here and things would still be bullish on the 1-hour on the 1-day time frame for Ethereum in the big picture. So, I mean, I would say a perfect opportunity to dollar cost average. That's all this was to me. If you're looking to buy in and you wanted an opportunity, this was that opportunity. If you missed the opportunity, there are going to be other opportunities. But I'm a lot less of a fan of buying for your long-term position up here. Trades, 100%. You know, you're identifying the channels, you're buying at the breakouts, you're trading a long position, you're trading a short position. All that's 100% fine. When it comes to actually buying a large amount for my long-term portfolio, this is not where I'm looking to do it. This is where I'm looking to do it. Now, unfortunately, like I said, I was asleep at the very, very bottom. Now I'm awake. We can take a look. We can take some opportunities over here. But for your long-term portfolio, if you want to make money in this market, I can't say it enough, look for these drops. Candles like this. You know, look at this massive drop, right? Bounced at the support, start to crawl back up. If you entered here, good news. You made money just off Bitcoin doing this. If you entered here, you still would have made money, but you had to endure this first. Why not wait for this to happen? Why not wait for this? Look at these, you know, so many opportunities at these dips to be picking it up. Why try to pick it up when it's at the very, very peak? Why not wait for something like this to happen, enter in, and you're gonna make these profits stack up. Trust me, I know everybody thinks, you know, buy at the all-time high because if it 10x's from here, you're making a lot of money. I get that logic, but in terms of safety, in terms of, you know, just fundamental risk management, the fundamentals of investing, look to buy at the dips. I can't say that enough. If you guys want to see all the trades that I'm entering, my expert team is entering, everything in real time, check out the first link down below. It is for our trade alert group. We post every single one of our altcoin trades, every single one of our leverage trades. You'll get access to the #1 community in the cryptocurrency space, so you can see everything that myself and my team are doing. Every trade, as soon as we enter them, as soon as we identify them, we post them in the group so that we can enter and everybody else can either enter, do whatever, do their own analysis, do whatever they want with those trades. It is free for 14 days. So again, no risk for you guys whatsoever. For 2 weeks, you'll see every trade that we have. We're not going to hide anything from you. We're going to pull back the curtain, show you what it's like behind the scenes of profitable traders. I've been doing this myself since I was in school, and I taught myself in school, in class, how to day trade cryptos because I didn't like school and because crypto was extremely volatile. So I taught myself how to do that, and now I've been able to build a team that helped me out with altcoin scalps, and we have this whole thing going that, like I said, if you want to see behind the scenes of profitable trading, go ahead and check that out. Now, look at what came out in the news as well. Whales movement, $1.6 billion in Bitcoin, ahead of 20% sell-off. The main reason I want to share this with you guys is watch out for what whales are doing. Whales, big pockets, people with a lot of money, they tend to be ahead of the curve, let's just call it that, when it comes to the knowledge of what's going to happen with Bitcoin. Either they're going to be the ones that cause Bitcoin to do something, or they know somebody who is, and so they're going to be ahead of the curve. So you see, you know, 28,000 Bitcoin, $1.6 billion was moved around. Be careful, downside risk from whales dumping. You know, when you see a lot of Bitcoin move onto exchanges, move onto these platforms, sometimes they might be selling it. They might be selling their Bitcoin. And keep an eye on that. Being able to monitor whales. I mean, I do this. I've done this for years. I've been telling people to do this. Whales aren't going to lose. In a market that's non-regulated and that they, a lot of the times with altcoins and stuff, can control them, they're not going to lose. Do what they're doing, right? If you have access to like when whales are moving to the exchange, when they're moving Tether in to buy Bitcoin, when they're moving Bitcoin in to sell Bitcoin, it keeps you a little bit ahead of the curve. And that, of course, led to the biggest hourly candle in history after Bitcoin rebounded strongly to $24,000. And not surprising whatsoever, it's not one of those days to look at your portfolio. It's just not. 7% down, 9% down, 11, 15, 13, the exception of a few. There are a few that are up. CRO, which I've been looking at for a long time, and I've even mentioned on the channel a few times before, which is one that I thought was really cool and that actually had a use case behind it. It's up like 50% today. So if you're in that, congratulations. But for the most part, you're probably not in it. You're probably down 10, 15% with your altcoins. Just don't look at the portfolio. It's one of those days. If you want to buy BNB cheaper, here's $250. You want to buy Ethereum sub 1700? Now's your chance. Bitcoin sub 52,500? Now's your chance to buy Bitcoin. Like these dips, I mean, if you were looking for an opportunity to buy Bitcoin, and I've got this question asked to me a lot, this is the opportunity that you have. Now, Janet Yellen, don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, critiques Bitcoin as extremely inefficient for making transactions. I love this, and I love to talk about this because, you know, the dollar is the most efficient. It's the most efficient thing in the world. It's the most efficient currency. When I need to move things, I need to move money, and I call my bank and they're closed, it's my favorite thing in the world, not being able to access my own money. So the dollar is great. Bitcoin, no. Bitcoin's not so good. The fact that you can control it yourself, the fact that you need to send it, that you're able to send it any day, any time to people, any amount, the fact that in my own account, I have limits on how much I can send. I mean, yeah, I get it's for their safety, but it's my money. So kind of crazy. And then of course, I love the how would we manage money laundering and illicit financial issues. I don't know how you would. You haven't with the dollar. I'm pretty sure the dollar's the currency used the most for illegal activity. So you haven't. Even if you don't know how you would with Bitcoin, you don't know how you would with the dollar. So clearly that's an irrelevant question because they still use the dollar and they have no idea how to control that. So it's a pretty stupid question if you ask me. But I love these articles. One of those things that come out, you see the FUD come out, you see the bad news, people start to get a little scared, people say something that somebody says something negative. I mean, yeah, we've seen that. If you've been in the space, you've seen this happen for so long. Usually that ties in with a dump. Either the dump comes and then they drop bad news to kind of scare people more, or the bad news comes out, it scares people and the market dump. Either way, it's usually something really stupid. Usually the comments that some of these people have blow my mind because I mean, the dollar being good, useful, or, you know, being efficient. Let's call it the dollar being efficient. I mean, I don't know. Banks being efficient. I mean, agree to disagree, and then managing money laundering, illicit activity. Again, they haven't been able to do this with their own currency. Why does it matter if they don't know how to do it with Bitcoin? I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I know we had to cover through a lot. I want to drive this home that when I got in the market in early 2017, what I've done to be able to 50, 100x the portfolio that I was only able to put in a small amount at the time, second year school, starting multiple businesses, now it would be a different story. Back then, didn't have all the money in the world to put it in. So being able to buy dips, being able to enter right positions, teaching myself this process over and over again over the last 4 years has enabled me to be in the position that I am today. So if there's one thing I can share, you guys don't have to sell, I'm not selling you guys anything, you don't have to buy anything. It's just look for dips. If you're looking to buy in, buy on dips, right? That is the easiest way to then see your profit happen faster. Because if you buy at the peak and then it dips and then, yeah, it goes up again after, yeah, that's great, but you might have to wait a couple of months. If you buy at the dips, the chances of you being able to profit faster and then get into the next dip and the next dip increase exponentially. So watch out for that. That's, again, how people turn into millionaires in this space, even if they don't have a ton of money. We're going to focus a lot more on that in the coming videos, where I want to talk about trades. I want to talk about, just buying at the right time, selling at the right time, and growing your portfolio faster than 99% of other people are. I want to make more videos talking about that. I want to hit on all these different topics. So make sure you're subscribed with that bell notification turned on. If you guys want to see that, leave a thumbs up on that video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.